Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Pope Simon X, and we're here to talk about my life because that's what we do here. I am at a nature preserve somewhere between Charlotte and Mooresville. I don't know. I just stopped. I found a nature preserve to stop at to record because I wanted to be outside. So it is a little chilly. I don't know how long this is going to be. Well, there's a couple of reasons that I did this outside too. It's not even just that I wanted to be outside. It's also my house is so loud that like I can't record videos inside of it. I've tried. They sound horrible. I'm moving at the end of the year. Hopefully there I'll be able to have better sound quality. Fingers crossed. So I decided to go for a drive and find somewhere to record because I felt like doing this video was important. So first thing first, there's a lot of us who are really not doing great right now. And I fall under that category of people who are not doing great right now. And for me, a good chunk of it is the political landscape. And I'm sure that is the case for a lot of my viewers. For other people, and also for me, it's just life. Life can be hard. I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety regarding money and other things, and I'm trying my best to not let that hold me down. But along those lines, if you want to support me in my goals, go to my website, popesimonx.com, and there's a link there for how you can contribute financially if you're able. There's a Patreon, and there's also just a way to contribute financially. Because I'm not doing so great, I decided that I was going to do something I've done in the past that really helped me out, and that's a happiness project. Gretchen Rubin came up with this idea, and she came up with it because she was kind of in the monotony of life and not really finding happiness, and she went way overboard creating this overly detailed plan to bring happiness into our day-to-day life. I'm not going quite as overboard, but I am coming up with a plan to create happiness in my day-to-day life and do things that bring me joy and inspire me. I can't control what's happening in the world around me, but I can control what's happening in my own little world. So that's what I'm hoping to do. To start, my first little project I'm doing, because the way she did it, she broke into 12 like projects that she did. I'm only doing 6 because I've been in burnout. I might add more in if I start to feel better. But my first project is I'm writing a book. And I don't care if this book ever sells. I don't care if this book is any good. I don't care about anything. I just want to write for the joy of writing. And I'm doing it kind of NaNoWriMo style of just punching out a bunch of words, except for I'm not putting the word pressure on me. If I don't get a certain number of words in a day, I don't really care. The goal is just to write every single day. So the fun thing about this is I decided that I was going to make this an adventure because I'm me. And I am creating the plot of this story using tarot cards. I see tarot as a way to tell stories about ourselves, and so I just thought it'd be fun to do a story about a girl named Sylvie. I have no idea anything at this point beyond that, but her name's going to be Sylvie, and she's actually named after my favorite tarot deck, or one of my favorite tarot decks. I have 2 favorite tarot decks. I'm going to use that deck for the next little bit to tell the story, and only to tell this story. So all the energy that goes into it is going to be based around this story. And it's going to be about this girl named Sylvie. She's a young adult. That's about all I know. Can you hear any of the animals? I hope you can. Like, there's nobody around. It's dead quiet except for animals running through the underbrush. But because there's leaves on the ground, it's so peaceful. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I came out here to do this, is because I wanted peaceful. I needed some peaceful in my life. Anyway, back to my story. So, I have ideas of how I'm going to do this. I don't know how well it's going to work. it's going to be an adventure and it's going to be fun. And that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal of this. If I get to the end of it and it is amazing, then we'll do something more with it. If I get to the end of it and I hate it, then we'll just throw it out. No worries. Like, whatever. However, partially to motivate myself and partially just to include people in the journey, I am going to be uploading this to Royal Roads at the end. The first draft, I don't care if it's any good or not. And my patrons are going to get early access to the content as I write it. So if you're interested in that, if you want to see how the story progresses as it goes, yeah, you might want to go to my website and join my Patreon. I might put a link to my Patreon down in the comments to make it a little easier, but I'll also have a link to my website. Oh, so instead of doing it at the start of the new year, I'm doing it from my birth year. So my birthday is November 18th, and to kickstart this project at midnight on November 18th, like the first second of November 18th, Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time. I don't know what time it is. I don't know Standard or Daylight. Whatever time it is at midnight. At midnight on November 18th, we're going to have a YouTube live where we're going to do some tarot reads to kickstart the story, find out a little bit about Sylvie, a little bit about what we're going to have going on. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do a couple tarot reads on that, and then we'll just hang out for a little bit until I decide we're done. If you're interested in that, I'll just do a YouTube live. I have no idea how it's going to go. If it turns out terrible, we'll never do it again. If it turns out fun, we'll do it again. So, one of my big goals with this happiness project is to do one video a month. And I'm also going to be regularly uploading content onto my Instagram. That's also Pope Simon X. Very, very the same across the board. So if you're interested in getting some of that content, follow me on Instagram. One of the things that I want to do is I want to take a picture of myself every single day for the year. And the reason I want to do this is because I forget that I look like this. Like, it has been a journey to get here. It has been a hell of a journey to get to this space. And my brain forgets that I look like this and that I sound like this. And so I'll get dysphoric and feel bad about myself just because I'm trans. And then I forget, I'll go out in public and I'll get SIR'd a lot and I'll feel confused that I'm getting SIR'd. And there's not really a confusing reason to be SIR'd when I look like this. So part of it is to help my brain adapt and come to terms with the fact that I look like this. And part of it is because I want to have a weird journal of my life. I used to write in a journal every single day. I was prolific at writing in a journal every single day. I wrote in my journal every single day. That died when I got married. There's a lot of reasons why it died. However, one of the things is I can't get it going again. I've tried journaling a million times and it doesn't work. So I'm going to use my Instagram as a little journal, but not like a big journal. Like, I'm not going to go in depth about things, but I'm going to post a selfie and I'm going to post a little bit about my day every single day for the next year. And there's a chance I'm going to miss a day, and I'm not going to beat myself up about this. The goal is to be improving, not perfection. That's my goal with all of this, is I want to bring happiness into my life, and it doesn't bring happiness into my life if I'm beating myself up for not doing good enough. So good enough is good enough. That is one of the things that I've had to learn over the course of the last little bit, is good enough is good enough. And yeah, so I'm doing that. Other things that are going on in my life is this week I'm doing the second half of a post-top surgery scar tissue massage course. And by I'm doing, I mean I'm filming it, I'm teaching it. So I'm a massage therapist and I specialize in scar tissue. And so I'm creating this video because I'm in a unique position to create this video. Video series, I should say. Our production team is amazing and I'm really looking forward to how these are going to turn out. So hopefully that it's content that is useful and good for people. So keep your eye out for that. I'll put a link to it on my website as well. A lot has happened in the last long time since I've been messaging. And a lot of it was overcoming trauma and reworking through things. So I've been hospitalized a couple of times for mental health. I've been near homeless. I've battled a lot of things. It's been a rough journey, and I'm not in a place where I'm battling those things right now, and I want to celebrate my happiness. So that's where this project is coming from. And where I don't have happiness, I want to create it. So I invite you all to consider joining me, but maybe if you don't want to start on my birthday, because that's kind of a weird day for you to start, consider starting in the new year. Find happiness in your life. Gretchen Rubin has a book about her happiness project. She also has a website. If you don't want to do either of those, you can just kind of create your own thing. The way that I'm doing it, like I said, is I'm structuring 6 projects and then some overall arching themes, like the daily selfie and the daily journal. But then also these 6 projects to bring happiness into my life. She has rules. She has a lot. It's really in depth. So if you are an overachiever and you like structure, she's like, her website and the way that she structured it, like, go check it out for real. My biggest rule is, if you don't like how you feel, do something about it. So I don't know how this is going to turn out in the long run, but I'm going to try, because all I can do is influence my own little circle. And I hope you guys join me along for the ride. I'll see you on November 18th at midnight. Peace out.